Hey everybody, this is Madpup, and this is the really the first vlog I ever I've ever done, and I decided that I really wanted to do this vlog and uh, talk about some things because Tuesday and Wednesday I was driving around all over Ohio and Indiana to go and do job interviews for teaching positions, and I was in the car for about 9 hours over those 2 days. So I really just had time to sit back and think about things I want to do for my channel, thinking about the process I've been going through, being right out of college and everything. So basically, what's been going on is I've been working part time delivering pizzas, and it's just terrible, and I hate it. But I got to make some money because when I came back from college, I think I had more money on my credit card than I actually had in my bank account. So I was technically in debt, even though I wasn't making any late payments or anything like that, or not paying the full payments. But I had more on my credit card at that point, so I needed to make some money. Otherwise, I was going to be in debt uh, with my credit card. So I'm just delivering pizzas right now, and I'm really just trying to get that first teaching job, so I know I can put in my 2 weeks at some point this summer, and then move wherever I need to move. And it's just the whole process of getting this teaching job is just really, it's draining me, and I'm just constantly jumping back and forth between you know having a lot of anxiety and having a lot of depression. And the anxiety is coming from going into these interviews and feeling like I did like such a great job, and then either getting called back and being told I didn't get the job, or just not being called back, period. The not being called back, period part's what's really building anxiety. The depression comes after I'm told I didn't get the job. So I think before this week, I did 3 interviews this week on Tuesday and Wednesday, um, and they were all like an hour and a half plus away from where I live right now. But before that, I did 4 teaching interviews like in my actual area where I live, and the 2 of those schools never even called me back, and that just pisses me off because one of them, I was interviewing for one position, and then there's somebody in the interview who was looking to fill 2 more positions that were opening up, but they were going to post them internally at the school to see if any of the teachers wanted them first. But the district ended up having like 5 openings for my profession that I could have worked for, and they told me if I didn't get that job, I'll probably get called back for another interview for one of the other jobs. And I never got called back saying I didn't get the first one. I never got called back for any of the interviews. And I ended up learning about a month later that they filled all 5 positions when I was reading the local newspaper. And that's just really the shittiest thing uh, a school district or any job can do to somebody is call them in for an interview. There's maybe 50 people apply for the job, and out of those 50 applicants, you've picked 4 or 5 people that you want to bring in for interviews, and then you don't have either the balls, or you don't, or your school district's just so poorly run that you forget. I don't know, but it just reflects super poorly on that school district. So I think in the future, if another job, I would still apply, but I wouldn't even want the job. I'd just be applying to apply because I don't have work right now. And then another school, the last one I applied for said, "Oh, we have a lot of positions we need to fill around the school. So if we have a long process, we'll call you in like a week and a half, tell you if you got the job or not." It's been like 2.5 weeks now, so I'm assuming I didn't get it. And actually, they posted another opening that I've applied for, but I don't know if it's the same position, and they want to gather more applicants because they hated the people that came in the interview, which would be me. But we'll see how that goes. And then, so it's Friday right now. Uh, the two schools I interviewed for on Wednesday, one of which I really liked, I was really hoping would call me back and tell me I got the job. They both called me back and said they went with other people. So I'm waiting for the one I interviewed for on Tuesday, which is in Indiana. And really, at this point, I'm just assuming I'm going to get a call back sometime today or next week on Monday and Tuesday telling me I didn't get the job because they told me I would probably get a call late when because I was the last person to interview. So they said I was probably going to get a call either sometime Wednesday or yesterday. So I'm assuming what happened is they called the person they wanted to hire, and the person that they wanted to hire asked them if they could have a few days to think about it because the school's not going to want to call people and tell them they didn't get the job until they know um, that the person they want's actually going to sign the papers. So they're probably going on option number one right now, waiting to hear back from them. So I'm assuming the person's going to say yes, and I'm not going to get the job. And I've really just spent the past 2.5 months every day just filling out job applications and doing interviews, and it's just so depressing doing all this like paperwork and crap and just not getting it. And a lot of the interviews have been, you did well, but we're gonna go with the person that's got like 1 or 2 years of teaching experience, and I'm fresh out of college, so I don't got that. And they do that because they know the person's got references from the previous 1 or 2 years they have been teaching full time, so they know they have teaching experience. They know they can do the job, and they could still get them really cheap because the 1 or 2 years of experience doesn't actually cost them that much. And then one of the jobs I interviewed for on Wednesday, though, I didn't really want it that much because it was only a 1 year temporary position. But I interviewed against like three other people that I graduated with at my college because they did all their interviews based on names that uh, somebody gave them. Somebody got a job with one school district. It was a girl that I graduated with, and she gave the principal their names and numbers, and he gave them to his wife, which is the principal at the school that I interviewed for. So it was all people with zero experience, just fresh out of college, and I didn't get that job either. So that's just depressing. So that's basically just what I've been going through now. I'm gonna have to, and I really don't want to do any more applications or anything today, but I might get on and do some easy ones that I could just email in instead of actually having to print anything off. I'll do some of those today, and then I'll probably hopefully I want to go out and hit in the driving range a little bit. I really want to go and golf around the 9 holes, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'll hopefully go and at least hit in the driving range a little bit and get my frustration out. And I'm going to try to put out 2 videos because I want to talk about basically the next gen consoles and what's happened since E3 because there's been a lot of news, and Microsoft came out with the big news the other day about switching their policies and digital management rights. And I've also been playing The Last of Us, and I kind of want to talk about that and give a review. So that's basically, that's just what I've been going through right now, what's been going through my head, and hopefully I'll have this 1 or 2 other videos up today or next week sometime. So thanks for listening. Uh, I'll see all you guys later.